Good evening. How's everybody this evening? T House is here. Miss Morgan is here. Good evening to you. Miss Graham and Tiffany Williams is in the house this evening. Good evening to all of you, and thank you all for tuning in um, tonight. I'm probably only going to be maybe 15, 20 minutes. It's just, we don't do anything on a Monday night, but there's some things that have been popping up today, and I just want to speak briefly on those. T. House said something, and her comment since went up. I was reading it before the lights came on. That basically what she was saying is that there is a lot that's going on. It is, and it's almost like something from a Lifetime movie. What's going on? You know it's happening, but you can't believe it's happening. And every day it's evident that it's not going to get any better for blacks anytime soon. One of our biggest problems as black people when dealing with the police department is that we're looking for the police department to fix what's wrong. The police department cannot fix what's wrong because the police department is the problem. It's just as simple as that. I'll be saying this for a long time. It doesn't matter what technique that a police department bans. We're going to ban this and we're going to ban this. Banning a certain technique from the police department is only part of the problem. But you can ban every technique you want to. A black man and a black woman will still die somehow at the hands of a cop in the United States. The bigger problem is the people you're giving a badge and a gun to. If you don't ban the wrong person from wearing a badge and a gun, banning a chokehold is like giving the whale a tic tac when a goddamn thing changes. Nothing's going to happen. We'll just find another way to take you out. So you can ban this and you can ban that. I promise you, that won't do a damn thing. That's not the problem. The problem is the individual that's wearing a badge and a gun. That's your problem right there. That person's state of mind. If I'm diabolical, if I'm racist, if I have a hidden agenda, you can ban this technique and ban that technique. I'm going to find some other way to kill this son of a bitch. And because I am the law, I'm probably going to get away with murder. We know A Powers, good evening to you. Sandy, good evening to you. Sweet Pea, good evening to you. Miss Voss, good evening to you as well. Nita is in the house, and Miss Hot Pink is here tonight. Good evening, and Miss Rich is here. Someone was on Facebook. Was it today? Today, and they were talking about the case in Atlanta. Basically, what the young lady was saying is that the individual was wrong for grabbing the officer's taser. So we can't compare this to other recent killings by police. Well, I beg the difference there. First of all, if you're black and you're stopped by the police, I don't care who you are. I don't care what's in your bank account. I don't care about your status. I don't care how important you think you are. If you get stopped by a police officer in the United States, it can be a black cop, a white cop, a female or male. If you're black, it's a life a death situation right then and there. If you don't, you should fear for your life. You can say yes, sir, no, sir, hands up, hands down. If there's a battlefield in the mind, you will die. It's as simple as that. I watched the news conference today with his family, his attorneys. And I'm sure some of you saw it. And we've watched many lately. But this one right here was very emotional. I mean, very emotional. I remember relatives saying, y'all killed the wrong one this time. He don't bother me about it. The last thing the attorney said, he said, talking to the media, he said something to the effect, I'll see you next week or next month with another case. And he walked off. That stayed with me. That was a powerful statement. Because he knows, and I know, and you know, it's not over. It's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. Miss Morgan, I love you big time. Thank you so much. Felicia Brown is in the house. Good evening to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, Tiffany Williams says that he was scared for his life. I would have grabbed a taser too. Tiffany, when I watched the video, I'm watching a black man that admits I've been drinking. I'm going to tell you. The cop says, so I can smell it. Well, whether you can smell it or not, I'm telling you, I've been drinking. And he's trying to remember what he's had. One of the anchors on CNN pissed me off today because he couldn't remember what he had and how many. Well, okay, he's been fucking drinking. That shit fucking happens. You know, it's called being like tipsy and shit. That happens. But he's not lying about anything. He's been honest. You have my driver's license. There's my vehicle. My sister lives down. I'll walk there. Just let me walk. That's it. There's no warrants out for me. I fell asleep in the drive-thru. It happens every day, whether you know it or not. It happens a lot. Hey, buddy, get over. Need me to call you Uber or whatever it is? Get you? Can you walk? Blase, blase. Well, I'm going to take these keys. So if you can't come back and get it, pick them up tomorrow at the police station. We could have done that. Will you take a test? There's no need for me to take a test. I've been drinking. I'm telling you, I've been drinking. The test is unnecessary. And you smell me. Just let me go. That's it. He wasn't ugly. He wasn't rude. To have been drinking, he was still somewhat in control. A taser is a non-lethal weapon. Everything was fine. Everything was fine until he went to put the cuffs on. Then all hell broke loose. Well, let's go back to what his attorney said today. He said, do you remember the last black man we saw got handcuffs put on them? Do you remember the end result once he was in handcuffs? And I said it, I think last night or earlier today myself. The brother feared for his life. You cannot say that he didn't. Cops say it every day. I feared for my life. I thought he had a gun. I feared for my life. I feared for my life. He's black. No, you will not do to me what you did to George Floyd. He's running away with the taser. I know the cops pissed. I know the cops embarrassed because not only was he not able to maintain control of his taser was taken by a drunk man. And that's embarrassing. But did it require a bullet in the back? No. Did it require 2 bullets in the back? No. It required no shots. Let him go. You don't even have to chase him. You got his address. You'll get it. He's fleeing, which means if I'm fleeing, I'm of no threat to you. It doesn't matter what I just did. I'm of no threat to you. There is no justification in murder. J Rock, I'm good. I'm good. What's going on with you? Always great to see you. Always. His sister spoke today. She said, I would have came and got my brother. I would have. I would have came and got him. He spoke about the birthday party. His daughter. There were several ways the officer could have addressed it. And he failed. Mahogany, peace. Love you big time. What's going on with you? He failed. And so now another name has been added to the protest. George Floyd, dirt hasn't settled yet on his casket. And now another name has been added to the list of Black people that's executed by cops every day in this country. And if you have been paying attention, and I'm sure most of you have, the protest hasn't done a damn thing to stop that. The number of incidents now with police officers and Blacks have increased. When you have other police officers resign because another police officer is in trouble for killing someone that was not justifiable homicide, just a homicide, that's a serious red flag right there. When several officers will leave the building and say, we're not coming back if he's going to jail. We're not. So that tells you how many cops are in that same state of mind. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. We want to kill the niggas and get away with it. Now, if you don't let him come back, then we're not coming back. That tell you how they think. So all this bullshit about let's meet, let's pass legislation. While you're waiting to meet and pass legislation, another Black man and another Black woman is getting ready to be executed by a cop in the United States. I saw a nigger today. And I'm going to say it again. I saw a nigger today. Come before the cameras and ask us to protest in peace. I called him a nigger because a Black man wouldn't have said no stupid shit like that. You're meeting my people with violence every fucking day, and you want me to come to the protest with a holy Bible. Fuck that. I'm coming to the protest with a fucking gun. That's what I'm going to do. How many motherfuckers you know are angry, pissed off, and mad, losing their loved ones, gonna show up and talk to you in a low tone and not break some shit and not throw some shit, not to mention breaking and throwing your ass? So I can't believe you have the audacity to say, let's be peaceful. You look back over your life, history, and how many times you done marched and protest. Peaceful. And you will find one thing, history is always your best teacher. And history will tell you being peaceful got us here today with another dead Black man. That's what being peaceful has gotten us. You have to meet violence with violence. Meet violence with violence. You come into the protest with a holy Bible and praying, they're going to knock your ass off. You know all the words in the Bible, but you don't know what they mean. They're killing us. They're killing us. And you want us to look out for their welfare. And then when one of their people get killed, breaking news, we're going to lower the flags. Please stop. We need our police officers. We're not going to tolerate this. We're not going to tolerate violence like this. Well, ain't that a goddamn bitch? We're not going to tolerate it either. You cannot expect to just keep killing black folks and you don't get killed. No. They got to play it like you going to play it this way. We're going to play it this way. You don't play by the rules. Blacks not going to play by the rules. We don't have the right to shoot you motherfuckers when you shooting and killing us. Prove it. Prove it. Being peaceful. Oh, Lord. Help us, Lord. We need it now. Boom, 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 boom. Dead. Cops been placed on paid administrative leave. And we are going to investigate this. Yes. Yes. Well, let's wait. Don't jump to conclusions and see there's more things that you didn't see and you didn't hear. Like what? Like what? The only thing I didn't see or hear was the goddamn officer's name at that particular time that killed him. Now, what else are we waiting on? Oh, another black person to be pronounced dead and be added to a protest. We didn't get time to sit down and rest from protesting about George Floyd. People, you're nothing. You're 3/5 of a human. You're a nigger. You don't mean shit. Black lives matter. It does. But to who? That's the question. Do black lives really matter? Yeah, it does. Depending upon who you're asking. Yeah, it does. But every day, they telling you, don't matter to us. It don't matter to us. We cannot sit back and wait on legislation. We cannot sit back and wait on the meeting of the minds. So we just stand there and you kill us. And we can't do anything because you wear a badge. I encourage all police officers in the United States to go back to 2016, I think, in Dallas, Texas. Somebody on the live feed know what I'm talking about. I encourage all police officers in the United States to go back to that time. Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up. When people get tired, they may say they're tired. They can say that all day long. But here's how you know when somebody is tired. Their next response to your bullshit. That's how you know they're tired. If you don't want it done to your family, why do you keep putting it on other families to go through? It's going to take somebody killing a son of a police officer for them to feel the pain that we're feeling. Then you'll look at the shit in a different light. Because it will hit home. You're a cop. He shouldn't have shot my son. I'm not a cop. He shot my son. I feel just like you. I feel just like you. You love your son. I love my son. There is a wall that has been raised against black people. And you better wake up and stop sleeping with your eyes open. The order has been given. It's been given. We don't mean shit. It's going to get extremely worse. I promise you this. A lot of cops are going to die, and a lot of us are going to die. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Good evening, Miss Evans. Welcome. A couple more things, then we're gonna get out of here. You may not can connect it or see it my way, but what happens in one state sometimes is connected to what happened in another state, whether these people knew one another or not. When an order has been given to knock blacks off the planet by any means necessary, game's on. There's some big players behind what's going on. Mainly the police union. They're going to back their officers. They said we're making their officers out to be evil people, bad people. No, we're not making them out to be evil and bad people. They're evil and bad people. It's as simple as that. I've tried to give them the benefit of that. I have a lot of cops on my page. I don't give a fuck. The day I went off, I just said fuck the police, and I don't give a fuck who don't like it. You don't like what I'm saying? Get the fuck off my page. All of you are guilty. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. There are no good cops. There are no good cops. If I'm a police officer and I'm for upholding the law, not on one end, and committing injustice on the other end, if I am a true police officer, and this shit is happening where I'm working, here's my badge and here's my gun. My name means everything to me. I cannot be a part of this bullshit. But when they don't leave, that tells you everything you need to know about them. The good cops. Well, where are they at? Where are they at? I don't need you fucking marching with me in a fucking protest. I don't need you to march with me because come tomorrow you'll bust a cap in my ass for running a red light. I don't need to see you putting pictures or videos up on Facebook. Look at this white cop holding a little black child, singing a song to him. That's what we need. That's just Jesus working. Man, fuck that shit. That shit's planned for your ass. It's a trick of the mind. See, all cops ain't bad. Now look at he bought you a tar too, rah-rah. That's a good cop. Thank you, officer. That same officer will knock little 2-year-old rah-rah ass off tomorrow if he get in this fucking way. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. That's all it is. I'm not praying for my enemies. I think that's fucking stupid. Pray for your enemies. I'm not going to do that shit. I'm not going to do that. You want to knock my ass out, I'm going to pray for you. If I prayed, God wouldn't answer it. He wouldn't answer it. You have 2 men. And we're going to get out of here. You have 2 men. You have 2 men. 2 black men have died in California. Neighboring states have died. They died. They were shot. No, they were stabbed. No. In a car accident. No. No. Had coronavirus. No. What happened? They were found hanging from trees in California. Hanging from trees. Suicide. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Suicide. So both of these men didn't know each other, neighboring states, cities. They commit suicide. They hang themselves from the tree. Now, in order to hang yourself, because you can be done, but you got to have something to stand up on. You have to. Leave that there. A little while ago, this is why I decided to go live. I get word about this story. Let me read it to you. It says, a man was found dead, Houston, Texas, in an apparent suicide outside of a store in the Shady Acres community. His body was located outside of the store at 9:05 a.m. in the 2500 block of Ella Boulevard, south of Interstate 610 North. A video circulating through social media apparently shows the man hanging from a tree in a field at that location. Come on, y'all. It's simple. It's simple. It's simple. It's simple. Strange fruit still hangs from the trees. I don't know if they left suicide notes. I haven't heard anyone say it. If they did, I didn't know. Even if they left one, doesn't mean they left it. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Here's what we have to stop doing. Believing everything that police say. The police has confirmed that he did commit suicide. He was going through some things. He was also on drugs. And toxicology report said, yeah, he had a lot of stuff in his system and stuff. And this is a tragedy. This is affecting all of us. But we're a strong city. We're going to get through this together because we are fighters. Miss me with the bullshit. Black people, if you can legally purchase a gun, I encourage you, I urge you to do that. If you are a convicted felon and you cannot legally purchase a gun, I encourage you to get you a gun today. It's as simple as that. It's not wrong for you to protect yourself. The police have become criminals. And right now, it's hard to tell the criminal from the fucking cops. Could it be the criminal and the cop are now one? Tawana Campbell says, Mr. Scott, I believe that he was murdered and it was made to look like a suicide. I totally agree with you. Beckham, Latoya, good evening and welcome. Spitting Fire's on the feed tonight. Spitting Fire, call my 800 number and hit 2. I want to get your thoughts on this before we get out here, and then we're gonna let y'all go because we're not supposed to be here on a Monday night. But when I saw the hanging of a black man in Houston, Texas, that it pissed me off. I'm like, this cannot be happening. This cannot be happening. I mean, they're mad at you because you're protesting. Well, if you don't want us to protest, then stop killing us. Just stop killing us. Scorpio, 1D, what's going on? It is, I thought I put it up. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't put the number up. Let me put it up. I thought I did. Did I? It's 1-800 823 1811 and hit 2. Okay. 1-800-231-1811 and hit 2. It's Mr. Brooks' family said today, just the other day, they were talking about people being killed by cops, and he said It'll never happen to no one in his family. But it happened to him. It happened to him. All because he was asleep in the drive-thru. And I don't fault the people at Wendy's. I don't. Well, that's what they're going to do. I mean, I'm sure if they'd known it was going to turn out like this, they probably wouldn't have called the police. All they had to do is, man, you all right? Can I call you a cab or something, Spitfire?
Yes, you know it's me.
Good evening.
Good evening. What's going on, bro?
Hanging in line.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Anybody who believe that shit with all what's going on is stupid. There is now a war between the police and black men.
Mm-hmm.
The police has officially declared war. After George Floyd and then all the protests, they have officially declared war. So you will see, and these are the police officers who are, in the supremacy, you know what I mean? The pale supremacy. And they are now hiding, well, they're not hiding behind their badges and guns anymore. They are actually killing and enjoying it. And one of the police officers, in addition to the hangings, shot a man and said that it was liberating and he had adrenaline out of it. And so these are, and they're saying that it's going to be hard to convict these people. So not only do we need to get the police officers and get them arrested, but their bosses, we need to get them out of there too.
Exactly.
We need to have a whole system. And another thing that's going on is what I'm going to say to people again. I was looking on another site, and they want to defund the police, and the women liberations movement wants the money to go to them.
What?
Not to the families, not to us as reparations, but they want the defunding of the monies for the police officers to go to women who are sexually assaulted. So this is the shit that I've been telling you guys. You know what I mean? So I said, okay, so George Floyd's daughter, Trayvon Martin's mother, Eric Gardner, Mike Brown, Tamir Rice, all of these ones and many more who have been killed by the hands of police officer or any kind of policing agent. You want, if they defund the police, you want the money to go to the Times Up, you, R. Kelly, and Me Too. You don't want it to go to the families of these people who were killed. See, this is what I said. They're trying to make rape worse than murder, and they're trying to take your money, and they're giving you the black thing. Black women have finally sided with these women liberations, and they have actually given these black men to you to be killed so they can get the funding after they kill you. I've already told people that. I've said it many times. It's on the website, on the new R. Kelly. They want some money. So if that's not another reason to be pissed off, to get these sites taken down because they're now siding against their own people or the mighty dollar. They're trying to come up, and this is ugly. This has gotten ugly because now that we're fighting injustice, we're fighting injustice within our own.
Exactly.
So this is a bigger fight than we think. It's not just with the police. You know what I mean? It's not just with the police ourselves. I've been telling you this, that there's something behind it. And I've also said that there was a lot of stuff going on because the defunding media came from, I think it was New York and Atlanta and some other place, but it really originated out of Chicago.
Okay.
And I told you guys months ago that something was going down in Chicago. You know what I mean? This is why R. Kelly was going through what he's going through and stuff like that. So now, all these people that just got killed by police, they want the money to go to them.
Okay.
Not these people's families.
Okay, now that I'm glad you brought it up because this is my first time hearing about it. But has anybody brought up the issue about the money going to the families?
No, nobody has ever issued money going to the family. and everything. It's all on these liberation movement sites, these women live sites, that they want the money. And if nobody contests these people, they're going to get it. And all these black men died, and all these women liberation movements are going to get that funding at the expense of your loved ones dying at the hands of the police. And you and the daughters and the families of these victims won't get anything.
My God.
I'm telling you, they have literally given you guys up. You guys, this fight against what injustice, you guys are fighting for your life and generations to come.
Exactly. I totally agree with that. And you know, it's extremely scary with what's going on, because hands up, hands down, if you're polite, if you act an ass, you are still marked for death. Anytime you see those lights come up behind you. And it's just not going to get any better anytime soon. But I agree with you that there is a bigger picture to this, and there are some very powerful forces that's behind what's going on with our black men being lynched in the United States.
Yeah, and see, J. Rock asked me, was that the one that shot Raynard Brooks? Yeah, that's him. He the one who said that. And also, yeah, so you go on these sites, you can tell, like, this is a big fight, guys. This is a really big fight. And when I was saying things on my channel last year, I don't know why I spoke it into existence, but it's bigger than even what I originally thought. You know what I mean? When I said that men were under attack, I never knew how much of an attack that they were being attacked.
You have you have been saying this since I first met you. I mean, through a lot of our conversations and a lot of your shows, you have been saying injustice. I'm telling you, you're under attack. You're under attack, and I believe you. But I didn't know how deep it was until just a few days ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's sad. Yeah. And it's sad. And I told Mother, I said because I have a daughter, you know what I mean? But I just seen it. For some reason, over a year ago, with R. Kelly, I just seen something other than just him and Bill Cosby. But I said, this is getting ugly. This is something deeper than this. And when I was putting it on my channel, and I was speaking to you, I had just started speaking to you, and I was speaking to the vendor and some other men. I think it was T. Stevens or whatever, and we were talking about the injustices that were going on. It was mighty dawned on me, because there's so many people who are trying to capitalize off of it. You really don't know who's for the fight against injustice. Exactly. And so when I came on, then everybody started screaming injustice. And these people weren't even thinking about it. They were just thinking about one person, and that's so now I'm thinking, okay, these people screaming it, but they're not doing anything. They're trying to capitalize. So I wanted the subscribers to really pay attention to those who are capitalizing off all of this, and those who are really in it for this fight, because this fight is real. And for those women who have sons, do not take your son's life for granted, because they are under attack and they don't have to have done anything. You can just send them to the store for a loaf of bread. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And all hell can break loose. Exactly. Because you have these people calling the police on black men. Well, he looks suspicious, and they do silly, stupid stuff that can cause your son to catch a lot of bullets. Exactly. It's not come home.
Exactly. And you're waiting. I'm wondering what's taking them so long, but you get that call or that knock at that door, as Mr. Brooks' wife said, when she saw them and they asked her something, she knew then she wasn't going to like what they were getting ready to say. Quickly, before we get out of here, two things. I see Mr. Odom is on the feed tonight, and we have his son's case, Travinsky Odom, and he has just made the announcement that he shared with me earlier today that we have made contact with representatives with Al Sharpton, and they are we're sending them some more some information concerning what happened to Travinsky Odom in Shreveport, Louisiana. So this is moving slow because of how many agencies are involved in it. Yeah, and so that's why it takes a minute sometimes to get the ball rolling there. But so the good news came today, and so hopefully later in this week I bring Mr. Odom back on, and we'll be able.
Absolutely, and I, my heart goes out and things like that, and I hope they can get some things done, Mr. Odom, and also, when you attack this situation, get it at the root.
Mm.
And I'm speaking to Mr. Odom and the Odom family. Get it at the root.
Exactly.
We're not taking no leaves. We're not taking no branches. We're going for the root because this has went too far. So that means, like, I would love to speak with him as well. Me, you, and him can get on the phone and we can speak to some things.
Exactly.
And we can talk to some things because I'm willing to get at the root of this. Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. Because some laws has got to change across the board. See, it's not with just the police. It's with your court system, too.
Mm.
That's it. We'll go from the police, then we'll go to the court system. We getting all this at the root of it.
That's
it. We're not playing no game.
That's it. And I agree with that too, because you have to look back and go like the way we've been attacking this here. Well, we're still using old methods to try to address new tactics, and so that's not going to work. So we have to try some new approaches. Lastly, go ahead.
Yeah. Because the thing of it is that the things that people don't think about, and a lot of things that I say, people think that it's different, but it's not. It's all the same. It's just how you tie it in. Mm-hmm. And so when I say the root of it, you got to, because that's what they did. They sat down, trust and believe, and they sat down and they studied everything that they were going to do to try to get rid of you men. They studied everything, and they had organization bagging them up. So that's how you got to take them out.
Exactly.
You got to use their tactics to get at them.
Exactly. Okay. Lastly, but let me say this too. Hold on, Spin 5.
Okay.
Hold on. Lastly, many of you may not agree with this. I don't know how you're gonna pull it off, but you have to think. I'm not telling you to stop protesting. I think the protesting is wonderful. It has its rewards, and then some things just are not working. But let's remember this: coronavirus has not left the building. Okay, and anyone who thought otherwise is a fool with a problem. The cases are now once again on the rise, even before we go into the second wave of coronavirus. So what I'm saying is that it's impossible to practice social distancing when you're out there protesting. And I know about the fight. I know about the cause. I applaud you for that. But for as many that can, find other ways that you can get involved and stay involved with what's going on with this, because you have to remember this here. Somebody somewhere is dependent on you. And when people are dependent on you, whatever you do in life, you do not let them down. Do not create a problem to try to fix a problem. And whether you have a mask on or not, you can still, get the coronavirus and stuff. So, just think about what you're thinking about and think about other ways can you do it. Now I'll go and speak here and I'll go and speak there, but I'm not getting in the protest. I'm not walking in. And truth be told, and it's not just because of coronavirus, I'm just walked out. I don't know. What about you, Spin 5?
Oh, I'm not out there. No. I got an underlying health condition, and I can't risk that. But there's other things that I can do. Okay, so if you got a strong immune system, and you think you can do it, and you strong and everything else, by all means. But for those of you who especially, you know what I mean, have some type of underlying health condition or somebody in your house that was exposed or whatever, make sure you stay clear and try to protest in a different way. There's other things that you can do to support your protesters, without having to be exposing yourself. And make sure if you do have to go out, you guys, just because things are open back up, make sure you wear your mask. That's very essential. Make sure you still wipe down, keep your Lysol, your bleach wipes, whatever it is that you need. Make sure you do that because, like you said before, second wave of this, is coming and things like that. I'm hoping that they'll find this. I don't understand why they open it back up. New York is thinking about shutting things back down.
I saw that exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so many other cities and states are going to follow suit if it gets out of hand again.
Okay, Spitting Fire, I love you big time. I'm gonna give you a call in the morning so that we can figure out how you and I and the time for you and I, Mr. Odom, to hook up and to discuss his son's case. I appreciate everything that you're doing.
It's time. It's time because that's all I've been needing for men. I've been telling you that I need to get with men and I wanted men. And you say, no. I said, no, I need some men and everything else. So, yes, I'm definitely looking forward to meeting Mr. Odom. And make sure you call me in the morning.
I promise you I will. Love you big time.
Love you too.
Bye. All right, y'all. I love you all big time too. As always, we thank you all for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. We will be back tomorrow night, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we will be right here, be at the Lord's will, and of course, we're discussing policing in America. CNN has a segment they're doing called America in Crisis. Well, America is not in crisis. Black America is in crisis. I'm Al Scott with Justice Investigations. Be at the Lord willing. I will see you all tomorrow night. Y'all have a good night, and I love you.